Brown of the Oakland Raiders. When it's time to turn on, I do it my own way. Can you turn on without drugs?
Jim O'Brien looking over a 47-yard field goal attempt. Earl Morrall will do the holding. We're just beginning the fourth quarter from Baltimore Memorial Stadium. The Rams out in front of the Colts 10-7. Alvin Heyman is deep in the end zone for the Rams. Muff that one. Heyman will try it. Down he goes at the 7-yard line.
You don't often see Jim O'Brien do that on a field goal attempt. As all the fans know, he's been remarkably consistent all year long, but it happens. So the Super Bowl hero goes off chagrined.
And the LA Rams will take over. They'll be moving from their own 8-yard line. They opened the scoring in this game in the first quarter. As we look at O'Brien, Morrall gets the ball down. It looks like it was placed well. He just missed it. From the 8-yard line, the Los Angeles Rams. Roman Gabriel going all the way at quarterback. Smith tries the middle up over the 10 to about the 11. As I mentioned, the Rams opened the scoring here at Baltimore. A 20-yard field goal, David Ray. Tom Matty came back to make it 7-3 Baltimore, scoring from 4 yards out. As you look at the statistics, then Gabriel hit Les Josephson just before the half to make it 10-7 LA. And that's how it's been throughout the third quarter. No scoring. Klein and Rinsel come to the left. Rinsel in the slot. The top of your screen is Jack Snow. Snow covered there by Stoops. Far out to the left. Klein covered by Duncan. On 2nd and 7. Ellison. Ellison to about the 14-yard line. Mike Curtis there to make the stop.
On the statistics, Frank, that we just showed, the viewers noticed that Baltimore's had the ball almost 8 minutes more than Los Angeles. So the kindest thing you can say about Baltimore's failure to be leading at this moment is that there has been an absence of opportunism on their part.
Jim Bailey has come into the defensive lineup for the Baltimore Colts. He wears 79. As Roman Gabriel is faced with a 3rd and 4. The ball at the 14. Again, both wide receivers. On the left, you see Rinsel, number 13, top of your screen, Jack Snow. Long count by Gabriel as Ellison moves with the football, but he'll be short of the first down. Gabriel trying to draw the Colts off with the long count. Freddie Miller on the stop, number 76. So again, Baltimore apparently will have good field position. Keep an eye on Rick Volk this time, who's dropped deep. He was unhappy the last time he fielded a Pat Studstill punt. He had plenty of room to catch it. He called for the fair catch, and he really stomped his feet. Now, if he has any chance at all, he's going to try and run this football. This is Studstill. Curtis calls for the fair catch at the 43. A short kick by Studstill. 26-yard punt. And with timeout, the score, Los Angeles 10, the Baltimore Colts 7.
A lot of people think guys my age just reject everything. Not true. Sure, we question a lot, but we'll accept things if you give us some reasons. Take me. I'm a real car nut. So naturally enough, I wanted to find out all the facts about gasoline, too. I mean, really find out, not take somebody's word for it. And I'll tell you, when I got the facts, I started using Sunoco. Their 260 is the highest octane at any station, the highest. And they have the custom blending pump, too, which really does something. Puts some 260 into all their blends. Premium, these middle premiums, even their regular. You get what they call 260 action. All the octane your car can use so it can really put out. Like I said, guys my age will accept things if you give us some reasons. And Sunoco? They've got some real reasons.
Get Sunoco 260 Action. Action to be used, not abused.
The Baltimore Colts again with fine field position, but it's been that way most of the evening. Now they'll move the ball from the Rams' 43-yard line. A little over 12 minutes remain to be played in the football game, a vital game for both of these teams to stay close to their division leaders. Earl Morrall going all the way, sends Willie Richardson to the left, covered there by Howard. Out to the right is Perkins. Looking Perkins in the eyes. Nettles. Here comes the reverse to Perkins. Perkins cuts back behind the block of Curry. Isaiah Robertson again on the stop.
And a truly great play because Perkins had a lot of open space ahead of him if he had gotten past the rookie linebacker. What a performance, Dandy.
One of the best I've seen all year by an outside linebacker because he certainly has played his position well and in certain situations helped other folks play theirs too.
I think a reminder of another rookie, Villapiano, when we had Oakland against Cleveland. 8 tackles, unassisted for Robertson so far tonight.
2nd down and 8. Out to the left, Richardson. Perkins to the right. The draw play to Bulash. Isaiah Robertson again. Nottingham, that is. Don Nottingham carrying the football. Don Nottingham, the fire plug from Kent State. 5'10", 215 pounds.
The Charlie Tola of the 7th.
It's one of the reasons draw plays like this go well. You saw a trap block this time on Merlin Olsen, number 74. There's Bill, his brother. Big hole up the middle. Merlin Olsen's given a little bit of, Marlon McKeever, giving some ground, and Robertson did come in from his outside linebacker and finally close it up after about a 9-yard gain.
On 3rd and 1. The setbacks now are Matty and Nottingham. This is Matty getting the call. He has the yardage, but a flag is down at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like a 5-yarder against the Los Angeles Rams, offsides.
Nottingham, who had carried the ball a while ago, made a key block at the line of scrimmage that time to open up a hole for Matty to run through.
1st and 10 for the Baltimore Colts. The ball resting on the Los Angeles Rams' 29-yard line. The Colts trail 10-7. 10 minutes, 45 seconds remain to be played in the football game. Nottingham, number 48. Matty, number 41. The setbacks. Perkins goes right. He faces Nettles. Out to the left, Richardson. He's against Howard. The play fake. The screen pass to Richardson. He drops the football, and he would have gone a long way.
Looked that way, but he took his eye off the football, as even professionals can do, and started to look at the downfield.
2nd down, Baltimore. A frustrating night for the Baltimore Colts, particularly Earl Morrall. He's 10 for 29, and while that one should have been caught, we can see he has not had the best of evenings. It's 2nd and 10. The ball resting on the 29-yard line of the Los Angeles Rams. Tommy Prothro, 16 years as a head coach in the college ranks. Morrall gets away from Youngblood. Here comes Coy Bacon. Out of bounds, Earl Morrall. Herman Alexander forcing Earl Morrall out of bounds at about the 25-yard line of the Rams. Jack Youngblood forced Earl Morrall out of the pocket. And you saw big Coy Bacon trying to run him down.
Amazing. Our 8th Monday night game so far, gentlemen. Next week, St. Louis, San Diego. After that, Green Bay at Atlanta. Then the Miami Dolphins against the Bears. Then the Chiefs at San Francisco. And then George Allen goes back to Los Angeles against these Rams with his Redskins.
And 10 minutes and 32 seconds remain to be played in the game. It's 3rd down and 6 as Morrall drops. Intended for Mackey. Thrown in the ground, incomplete.
Nice pickup.
10 for 30 now is Earl Morrall as Jim O'Brien comes on to try and tie this game up.
Made that pickup in just about the area where Boog Powell usually makes his when Boog catches them.
Flip to second, throw to first, we get 2.
O'Brien trying for 3, Earl Mole holding. Kick coming from about the 32-yard line, just inside the 32. Oh, he kept that head down that time. O'Brien hit from 32 yards out, and you saw him concentrate on keeping that head down. He had muffed one earlier from 47. That ties it up. Maybe we'll take a look at that again, and O'Brien, who possibly raised up a while ago from 47 yards out. Now watch him keep that head locked into position. Glued down. And with timeout, the score, the Los Angeles Rams 10, the Baltimore Colts 10.
What kind of tires can drive down a snow-covered mountain? Dig in and stop fast on hard-packed snow. Or with studs even stop on glare ice. The answer? Sears Dynaglass ice and snow tires with the deep traction groove down the center. They go in snow, stop in snow, stop on ice. Dynaglass ice and snow tires for front and rear wheels. Only at Sears.
The battery in this car is virtually brand new. The battery in this car is 2 years old. Now, after the lights have been on for almost 4 hours, now let's see which car starts. The one with the 2-year-old battery. A 2-year-old Sears Die Hard. The Die Hard, with extra power to start your car when most batteries won't. Sold only at Sears.
O'Brien set to kick off to Travis Williams and Howard. Long kick. And Howard will run it out. Howard over the 20 to the 24. Hit there by Tom Nowatzki. You can see the chill in the air as a Ram tries to warm his feet. Temperatures now having dropped below freezing.
You know, Frank, you just mentioned Tom Nowatzki, and one thinks back to how critical he was to the Colts a year ago, right up to their Super Bowl victory.
1st and 10. The ball at the 24-yard line. Roman Gabriel, the quarterback, going all the way. Ellison to about the 28-yard line, hit there by Bubba Smith. Pickup of 5 yards for Willie Ellison. Second down and 5, the ball on the Rams' 29-yard line. To the left is Rensel, to the right is Snow. Smith drops the football. Hendricks has the football.
That's it.
Larry Smith fumbled the football. Hendricks picked it up. Has moved in for a go-ahead goal touchdown.
A game of mistakes.
Let's take a look at it. I don't think this ball ever really even hit the ground. You'll see Smith has it. It popped out right into Hendricks' hands. Looks like Jim Bailey may have been the one that knocked that ball loose. The 79 as he came through. It could have been Curtis coming across the middle there. I'm not for sure. Anyway, it came right to Hendricks, and the Colts go out in front.
Jim O'Brien for the conversion. And defense has struck again in Baltimore. NFL Monday Night Football, the Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Colts, continues from Baltimore's Memorial Stadium with the score, the Rams 10, the Colts 17.
This is White Owl shade-grown wrapper tobacco. We grow it right here in the Connecticut Valley. We use this prime wrapper tobacco on our White Owl Invincible, Perfecto Special, Corona, Diplomat, and New Yorker cigars. It's just about the best wrapper tobacco in the world. But don't take my word for it. Compare our cigars to any other comparably priced cigars. I guess to really appreciate ours, you have to smoke theirs. White Owl, ours.
Flair writes with absolute silence, total smoothness. Flair's rich, vivid line can be fine or bold at your discretion. Flair has a smooth, tough nylon point that stays sharp. Flair won't dry out because the cap seals with a distinctive click. Flair, the new way to write, now in dramatic colors. Flair.
9 minutes and 3 seconds remain to be played in the football game. Ted Hendricks has just given the Baltimore Colts a 17-10 lead. O'Brien to kick off deep. Argene Howard 21, Travis Williams 25. This is Howard. They fight over the football. Williams has it. Up over the 25 to the 27.
And so now all the pressure is on the Los Angeles Rams. Baltimore continues to be a curious team. Underrated all year long a year ago. Somehow seizing out the victory. Time now becoming a factor, but still plenty of time left. Los Angeles very much in the ballgame. But Baltimore, a team which so often frustrates itself and its fans, somehow making the key games. Winning the key games. John Unitas on the sidelines. Frank?
1st and 10, Rams, ball on their own 25-yard line. Ellison, Smith, the setbacks, both backs out of the backfield, fired to Smith. Up to the 30-yard line, and he's knocked to the ground by Ray May. And this Ray May, some football player, and a pretty classy person. He's devoted almost all of his income to taking care of underprivileged kids. There's a ranch out west where he sends these children, and Smith is being helped to the sidelines.
You're so right about Ray May. He's got an understanding of what life is all about and where the real values are, and he is every bit the great player you suggested.
It's 2nd down now, 5 yards to go. The ball at the 31-yard line of the Rams. Josephson came in for Smith. Rinso right, Snow left. Gabriel to the screen to Josephson. He can't hold on to it. There's Larry Smith on the sidelines.
Like he got a little busted lip on that last play. He really did take a good shot, looked like right to the head. And he got up. He actually started off on the other side. Here's a good rush by Bubba Smith. This is a screen pass. This is a tough thing. He's throwing it up over Bubba, knowing the height. The ball is a little bit high. Josephson possibly could have held on to it, and the screen was set up very well to the left.
It's 3rd down and 5. The Rams moving from their own 30. A partisan crowd calling defense, defense. Rinso flying to the right. The attempt to Ellison batted down. Jim Bailey, number 79. And the Colts defensive unit, fired up by Ted Hendricks, 31-yard touchdown run of a fumble, has really come to life.
They really did, and Jim Bailey, 79 from Kansas. Billy Newsom, 81 from Grambling College. Rookies a year ago. They'll be with this club for a long time. Now watch this block. Watch Bubba playing off the block. And 79 Bailey in there, the way cleared really by Bubba for Jim.
Studstill gets the ball off again. It's short. Curtis with the fair catch call. 23-yard punt this time by Studstill.
Terrible punting all night long by the Rams, and Baltimore has been utterly dominant this half in terms of ball control. The short punts being a reason, because every time Baltimore's had the ball, they've begun with field position.
Baltimore takes over. 1st and 10. The ball resting on their own 48-yard line. You see the time remaining in the game. Again, a crucial game for both of these ball clubs. Both wide receivers. Perkins, Richardson out to the left. Nottingham over the 50-yard stripe to about the 47-yard line of the Rams. Marlon McKeever makes the stop. Fire plug with wheels. Don Nottingham.
We've just had word, Frank, from the LA bench that Smith will not be back in the game tonight.
All right, 2nd down and 5. Richardson left, Perkins right. Nottingham again, moving to the outside, going nowhere.
Nottingham carrying.
Purnell was there. Up came Elmendorf. Matter of fact, might have lost a yard on that.
Kermit Alexander's the guy that comes up from the secondary. You'll see Nottingham come to his outside. Play is strung out very well by Purnell. 39 is Kermit Alexander. He comes up and puts the stop on it.
A gifted veteran. You mentioned early in the game that Nettles moved from safety to corner and was better at the corner. One of the things Prothrow did this year was to take the veteran Alexander away from the corner and move him in as tight safety, and Kermit's done some job.
Top of your screen, Perkins in the slot, covered by Kermit Alexander. Willie Richardson wide to the left, covered there by Howard. 3rd down and 5. Morrill's going to run the football. It goes again to Nottingham.
Matty, the ball carrier.
Excuse me, I'll correct myself. That was Tom Matty.
Playing cautious football, Frank, hoping to use the clock against Los Angeles, pressurize them.
Maybe Hendricks will pick up another fumble and score.
Norm Bulash, who was shaken up early in the game, has not been playing here in the 4th period. They have not been informed of any injury. He did come back after being shaken up. This is David Lee. He's having a bad night, as is Pat Studstill of the Rams. Deep is Alvin Heyman. This is just what you want, though. Beautiful punt by David Lee. Alvin Heyman being forced into fair catching that ball at the 6. That ball with a backspin on it, probably, as determined by Alvin Heyman, would not have bounced into the end zone.
Frank, you mentioned Big Boo's absence this half. The latest report on him is the ankle damaged in the earlier going continues to bother him, and very likely we have seen the last of Big Boo for tonight.
Now from the 12-yard line, the Rams with 4 minutes, 39 seconds, the clock moving, will begin their drive. They trail by 7. Gabriel out to Ellison. Ellison with nowhere to go. Duncan's 35. Pick up of about 11, 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams.
Another quick reminder with time running out on this game this Saturday on ABC NCAA Regional Football. Cornell, Dartmouth, Arkansas, SMU, Kansas, Oklahoma, Washington State, Oregon State. Consult your local listings for time.
Now from the 22. Rensel out wide to the right, Snow to the left. Ellison made a move that appeared to draw a Baltimore Colt off sides. And it will be ruled against the Rams, illegal procedure. Down remains the same. 1st down now and 15. More trouble for the Rams. Bob Klein, number 80, the tight end. Lance Rensel, number 13, the flanker. Jack Snow, number 84. Those are the receivers. Out to the left is Snow. Rensel and Klein go to the right. On the quick count. Fired for Josephson. And he has it at the 25. Mike Curtis made the tackle. Ray May was also there. 3:30 remains to be played in the fourth period. The Rams trailing by 7. Second down now and 7. Travis Williams is in at setback for the Rams. He gets the call. Schiavelli with a fine block. Williams will be short of the first down. Jerry Logan driving Travis Williams out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Travis Williams, once characterized by Vince Lombardi as a great one. The road runner, they call him. And Frank, you mentioned earlier in the show how many times he's broken one for a long touchdown.
He's in the ball game now at a very critical time for the Rams. They now have a 3rd and 1. The ball at the 32-yard line. Josephson back in the game now. One setback for the Rams. Ellison and Josephson the setbacks. Josephson following the blocks of Mack. Up over the 40 to the 43 is Les Josephson. First down, Rams.
They had to have it. See it from ground level again. The Colts are in a short yardage defense. Joseph coming wide, following Tom Mack, number 65. Offensive line for the Rams is a good one. Picked up a good 8 yards on that last play.
The ball, 1st and 10 for the Rams on the 43-yard line. Travis Williams back into the game. Rensel right, covered closely there by Stoops. Up to the left is Snow, covered there by Duncan. Gabriel going deep for Rensel. And Gabriel threw it well behind Rensel, who was being bird-dogged by Charlie Stoops.
These Monday night games can get exciting in the late going. Witness last week, witness 2 weeks ago. The clock always the big factor. Los Angeles struggling desperately now. And I remember a year ago when they were talking about the Monday night hex and how the teams would lose on the following Sunday. This year, after Monday night games, teams playing on the following Sunday have won 10 and lost 4. Whatever became of the hex, Dandy?
Died last year.
All right, 2nd and 10. The Rams moving from their own 43. Rensel again goes right. Again, he'll be covered by Stoops, number 47. Snow is left. He faces Duncan. Gabriel looking for Williams, and he can't hold on to the football at the 50-yard line. Mike Curtis defending. Gabriel now 9 of 22 for 99 yards. That will bring up 3rd and 10. Out goes Travis Williams. In comes Les Josephson. And I don't know, but I have a feeling that somebody's calling the plays on the sidelines as the Rams are shuffling their backs. There's Williams, 25. That's Tommy Prothro, the head coach of the Rams. 2 minutes, 14 seconds remain to be played. 3rd and 10 Rams from their own 43. Intended either for Klein or Ellison. They were both in the area. Incomplete. Oh,
The coach says it's time to go for it.
Well,
no choice.
2 minutes and 10 seconds remain, and on 4th down, Tommy Prothro says go for it. I don't know about that decision.
We have not seen quarterbacks at their very best tonight, Don.
I think the defense has a lot to do with that. I think you pointed out earlier, teams that are playing do have a lot to do with it. They have not thrown well. Earl has not thrown well. Roman has certainly not thrown well tonight either.
On 4th and 10, the Rams from their own 43. Rensel is right, covered by Stoops. Snow is left. He's covered by Duncan. Klein, covered by Logan. Gabriel will go down. Freddie Miller. Big number 76, Freddie Miller, has made his second big key play of the night. And the 4th down attempt has backfired for the Rams as the Baltimore Colts are even now within field goal range. That's the 2-minute warning in NFL Monday Night Football. The Los Angeles Rams versus the Baltimore Colts continues from Baltimore's Memorial Stadium with the score, Baltimore 17, the Rams 10.
Straight a point. See if you can answer this quiz about cars. True or false? Disc brakes wear twice as long as drum brakes. A stabilizer bar gives better radio reception. An axle ratio of 3-to-1 gives better gas mileage than a ratio of 2-to-1. The answer to all three is false. The point is, to be a smart car buyer, you have to know a lot more than you used to. So Ford Motor Company has written a 2-part book. It's called Car Buying Made Easier, not easy, easier. Part 1 is all about cars in general. Part 2 is biased, because it's about Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury cars, facts, figures, and specifications. Look, Ford Motor Company wants your business. They're convinced that if you become a smarter car buyer, they'll get their share. To get your free copy of the book, Car Buying Made Easier, write Ford Motor Company Listens, The American Road, Dearborn, Michigan. They listen better, and they'd like to hear from you.
Well, I mentioned a moment ago that I questioned the call of Tommy Prothero with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining to go for 4th and 10. I like to play the game that way myself, that he would have been able to stop the clock with the 2-minute warning. He had 3 timeouts remaining, but I like the man. He wants to win it. And what can you say? He's a master bridge player, great chess player. I'm just sitting up here talking. First down, the Baltimore Colts. Matty again, breaking loose. Matty inside the 25 to the 22.
Boy, he picks and threads, Don. He is a smart runner.
He is a good one. Back to Frank's comment about the call. I think you saw his call to go for it on 4th down affect the defensive play. It seemed that on that first play from scrimmage, not that Matty's not a good runner, or not that he didn't have good blocking, but the Ram defense didn't close in there real well. He made 15 yards on what possibly should have been about a 7-yard gain. It is a tough thing to say. What Frank was talking about, if you've got time, you're going to kick it down there, rely on your defense. The Rams do have a good defense. Rely on them to get that ball back for you in a little bit better field goal position. There's the man that made the decision. As Frank pointed out, it's none of our business.
Say a little something about him, too. What a great record he has as a collegiate coach. 10 years with Oregon State, 6 years with UCLA, 3 Rose Bowl teams. In the top 10, the last 4 of the 6 years with UCLA.
As we said, he wasn't any of our business what he called, was it, Frank?
The more I talk about him, the better call I think there was.
What a bright guy that is.
On 1st and 10 from the 22, Matty again. Marlon McKeever made the stop.
I think we just saw a trick knee from one of the referees go out, too. He was trying to run in there and fell down, hurt a bad knee.
Now that you fellas have had your chance at logical summation, I think it was a good call. The guy lost a week ago to Miami. He's desperate to win this game. He's got the very tough schedule coming up that you fellas earlier talked about. He had to go for it.
Hit him, Don.
No, it doesn't surprise me at all that Howard waits till we get out on the limb and then starts chopping it off. Howard, you're a beautiful man. Lovable Howard.
Just tell it like it is, Don.
Or like you think it is. And either way is close.
Earl Morrill, who, with a little help from his friends on the defensive unit, has the Baltimore Colts out in front of the Los Angeles Rams, 17-10.
You may have noticed that we quit talking about his very poor passing percentage now that they're ahead by 7 points. So it just goes to show that good defensive play has a way of taking away from that 33% completion tonight. Fine defensive play makes great quarterbacks.
Ted Hendricks was the man who put the icing on the cake for the Colts, the defensive linebacker for the Baltimore Colts, rumbling 31 yards with a Larry Smith fumble to make it 17-10. A minute and 44 seconds remain to be played. Nottingham leads the way for Matty. He's all alone.
They caught it right up the middle. The Rams were in a pressure-type defense. They brought everybody up. They split them with a quick trap up the middle. Looked like they trapped one of the Olsen boys. You'll see from ground level, Marl handing, as Frank pointed out, a good block by Nottingham. Here comes Matty. That's a big hole in there. 72 is Bill Olsen. He missed him right at the line of scrimmage, broke into the secondary. And And all alone.
Again, it bears out what you said about the Ram defense, who had played spectacularly throughout the game. O'Brien drills it. So the Baltimore Colts extend their lead over the Los Angeles Rams. And it appears with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining, the Colts will be the ones to stay within a half game of the Miami Dolphins in their division.
You see it happen many times when a coach's decision can affect the entire team. I actually think that's the way it should be. The coach's responsibility is to lead from the top. His inspiration, his guidance, his knowledge of the game is what the players intend to carry out. But it is a tough call when you decide, I want you to go for it. We don't know whether it's a good one or a bad one. It turned out to be a bad call for him because it didn't work. If it worked, it had been a good call. But his decision does affect the rest of the team, and I think we can't see the Rams not playing as well as they played earlier in the game. Tough job coaching.
Jim O'Brien gets the signal, and he'll kick a low one. Pat Curran with the football. So O'Brien taking no chances for a possible long run back. Rex Kern made the tackle for the Baltimore Colts. So the Rams have the football. 1 minute 32 remain to be played. They'll be moving from their 35-yard line, just over the 35-yard line. Gabriel will now start attracting a crowd of Baltimore Colts. Puts Klein and Rensel to the left. Here comes Newsom, gets it off to Klein. Klein breaking tackles to the 47.
You'll notice that Bubba Smith's not in there now. He played and deserves great credit for it. Much of the game with a bad groin injury. Now with the victory assured, Bubba's out. Billy Newsom's in there along with Jim Bailey.
George Wright is also in that line. The Rams with one timeout remaining. Gabriel dumps it to Travis Williams on the screen. Williams inside the 40-yard line of the Baltimore Colts. Mike Curtis made the tackle. Rams trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. They do not want to use their one remaining timeout. Clock moving. This will be a pass attempt. Into the ground, incomplete. Pass intended there for Matt Maslowski.
When are you leaving for San Diego, Don?
Oh, not for a while. It's going to be a good ball game. Chargers with old John Hadle. He's throwing a lot of touchdowns this year. Cardinals came pretty close to the Cowboys yesterday. I'll be out there by Monday, Howard. When are you coming in?
I'll be out there when you get there. Everybody comes close to the Cowboys these days.
You say that, Howard. You say that.
Tommy Prothro looking on. His Rams trailing the Baltimore Colts 24-10. This on 2nd and 10. Gabriel going deep for Maslowski. Touchdown. Touchdown, Matt Maslowski. And Duncan is complaining it was out of bounds.
Duncan is out of bounds and complaining because he wasn't covering.
Let's see it again. I don't know how he got that open because the Colts were back there. You'll see Duncan slide to the inside. Matt Maslowski coming out on the outside, number 48. He's a sprinter from San Diego, as Howard pointed out. And let's watch it here. And he's down. And his left foot was very close to being in the white.
Maybe we can back that up. Is it possible to see that again? That was really close.
That was close. Maybe take a look at it after this kick.
David Ray for the conversion. 14 seconds remain, as it's good. I don't think there's any doubt as to whether or not we'll see an onside kick or not with the Rams. They're huddled over in the far side already, discussing it.
Let's see the touchdown. Well, here we go. It was pretty close, folks.
The rule is he has to come down with both feet in bounds unless contact has been made by the defender or tackler.
I thought it was clearly visible.
It What visibility did you see, Howard? You
I
covered
don't know.
it this time.
I'll read about it from some sports writer with the precious wisdom of 20/20 hindsight.
Well, before you do, call it right now. What do you see?
Look good. Let's look. No.
Pardon me? I think he was out. I'll take a stand. I think he was out.
I believe he was out.
What do you say, Howard?
Gentlemen, you're 2-0 at the moment. But we are in the early innings. No, he looked to be out.
Big play now coming up for the Rams. I say that because they have 14 seconds remaining. They have one timeout. If they can recover this, they should be able to get that one play off. And we just saw how easy it is to get a touchdown.
We're going to wear this thing out, but he is getting pretty close. Pigs ain't poultry, and look at there. He's out.
And the onside kick fails for the Rams. Tom Curtis makes the recovery for the Baltimore Colts. "13 seconds show on the scoreboard clock. Rams offsides, declined by the Baltimore Colts.
A tough defeat for the Rams, who will be at 4-3-1 as against San Francisco at 6-2. So they fall behind game and a half, and it's not going to be easy in the face of that schedule. Easy Rider McCaffrey. Don McCafferty, the coach of the Baltimore Colts, doesn't make a lot of noise. Would have faced all kinds of second guesses tonight if the Colts had lost for not removing Morrill and putting in John Unitas, but stayed with his man in a manner somewhat similar to Bud Grant of Minnesota, who doesn't forsake his players very quickly or very easily. I would give McCafferty a lot of credit tonight, wouldn't you, Don?
Certainly would.
And if I could, I'd like to give a little credit to our statistician, Jerry Kapstein, spotter, Ever Brother Act, Dan Kapstein. Baltimore will have the football. The Rams have no timeouts remaining. Baltimore will run one play. A lot of credit to a fine blocking offensive line of the Baltimore Colts this evening. Dan Sullivan doing a fine job all night against Dave Jones. Bob Vogel against Coy Bacon. Hunker up and protect the football. And that should just about do it. The Baltimore Colts notch another victory. Their record now moves to 6-2. The final score: the Baltimore Colts 24, the Los Angeles Rams 17. And we'll return to Baltimore's Memorial Stadium in just a moment.
The male pinup of Grandmother's Day was the Arrow Collar Man.
My first true love, the Arrow Collar Man.
That's the name of this shirt. Do you mean you fell in love with an ad?
All my friends fell in love with the man behind this picture, especially me. I wrote letters, sent poetry, a lock of my hair. Oh, how silly can a young girl be?
The Arrow Collar Man, breaking hearts once again.
Hi. When you're really hungry, stop at McDonald's and ask for the big meal. What you'll get is a Big Mac, a large order of fries, and a really big drink. What you won't get is a big bill. That's the big meal. It's a great deal for dinner.
You deserve a break today at McDonald's.
Once again, the final score here in Baltimore: the Colts 24, the Rams 17. Our executive producer of NFL Monday Night Football is Roone Arledge. Tonight's game was produced and directed by Chet Forty, co-produced by Dennis Lewin, co-directed by Don Ohlmeyer, our associate director Lou Frederick. Technical directors Bill Morris and John Broderick. This Saturday here on ABC, there's NCAA Regional College Football. Be sure to check your local listings for the time of the game in your area. Then on ABC's Wide World of Sports, you'll see the Tournament of Thrills Auto Daredevil Championship from Tampa, Florida. the World Wrestling Championships from Petaluma, California, and the World Professional Target Diving Championship from Montreal, Canada. Next week, NFL Monday Night Football travels to San Diego, California, for the battle between the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Chargers. NFL football each Monday night at 9 Eastern Time. This is Frank Gifford saying so long for Howard Cosell and Don Meredith from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Our air travel arranged through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. The airline chosen by 20 of the 26 pro teams.
Helen Hayes, Myrna Loy, Mildred Natwick, and Sylvia Sidney star as four elderly ladies for whom a practical joke turns into an encounter with terror. Watch Do Not Fold, Spindle, or Mutilate on the Movie of the Week tomorrow night at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time here on ABC.
I guess that's it. In 60 seconds from now, we will have the Federal Pay Board's decision from Chairman George Bolt and a reaction from labor leader George Meany in Washington.